Hey, what's up guys? Matt Schiffer with AmericanMadeExotics here. So we got a couple clutches to pull today. One of them is a double het DG Clown, bred to an acid pastel yellow belly double het DG Cryptic, and a blackhead cinnamon Mojave double het DG Cryptic. We tried to do the acid male first, and he bred her fine the first couple times, but then he just would not breed her again. That's why I really like having two males for a project, because even though we don't have the acid in it, we still had another male that was double het DG Cryptic, and we could just follow up with that. And that blackhead male, he bred her pretty much immediately. So at least that way we know what the outcome is as far as the recessives go. I still know everything is going to be 66% Pastel Desert Ghost, and then it's going to be possibly het Clown or possibly het Cryptic. With the recessive stuff, it's kind of hard to just swap your males around. So at least that one I had two males for the project, and we were able to still get her bred, so we got good eggs. So our second clutch was a cypress, cinnamon, honey, possible yellow belly female that we bred to a Clown spot-nose leopard fire to start it out, and then we bred it to a monsoon pastel to finish it off. The reason we did that was the monsoon male just seems to be kind of picky for us. He only really breeds girls that have follicles building, which it kind of doesn't really work out all the time, because some girls need to get locked once to start building follicles. So it kind of makes it difficult being a recessive project, because I can't just follow them up with anything. So we did this because at least I know I can shed test the entire clutch for het Clown, and anything that's not het Clown, I know it's going to be sired by that monsoon male, and anything that proves het Clown with the shed testing, I know it was sired by that Clown combo male. Obviously pastel, that's only in the monsoon, so I'm going to know off the bat anything pastel is going to be 100% het monsoon. It's not the most ideal situation, but at least we can pick and choose doing pairings like that, and I can still get some babies from that monsoon male this year, and we can hopefully get some girls on the shelf and start raising them up to make some visuals in the future. So then the last clutch we have to pull today is an Orange Dream spot-nose female that we bred to a Pastel Dinker male that's double het Clown and pied. That's something that we got in on an import years ago, and we had to isolate it from the fire. And then we were finally able to isolate it from the fire, and then go back to a female and a baby from that female, so we could see if anything was in there. And the babies came out really kind of funky. So even though we kind of were very reserved over the years playing with that Dinker gene, because we didn't want to produce a bunch of stuff and raise it up until we kind of knew what direction to go and made sure it was genetic, now we've proved that there's at least something going on there, and it was worth kind of spreading it out and seeing what else we can do, mixing it with other codoms or other recessives. So the gene was always very bright, like orange, so I'm curious to see what it does with the Orange Dream. But after getting that clutch last year and it shed a few times, it doesn't really look Orange Dreamish to me. It more reminds me of like Desert Ghost maybe, or you know, just something else bright. But either way, we're gonna see what it does with this Orange Dream hopefully this year. But let's go ahead and dig in here and see what all we got today. Alright, so this is the double het DG Clown bred to a blackhead Mojave cinnamon, 100% double het DG Cryptic, and an acid pastel yellow belly double het DG Cryptic. So hopefully we get some cool DG Krypton combos in here. Let's go ahead and see what she gave us. Hopefully a good size clutch, because we will need the odds on our side doing double het to double het. Always feel them. Make sure there's no eggs in her. We'll go ahead and get her washed up. And looks like she gave us 6 eggs. Hopefully they're all good. Let's go ahead and candle them and make sure they're all good eggs. Alright, so that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And that's good. So all of them nice strong veins. Let's go ahead and box them up. Alright, so 6 good eggs. I'm gonna need all the chances we have to hit that one. But at least with the shed testing, even if we miss the double visual, which certainly I'm hoping that I don't do and we see the double visual, but at least if we miss on the double visual, it won't necessarily be animals that we have to raise up that are a gamble. We can still do the shed testing with it, and we'll be able to know, like, maybe we make a DG het Cryptic combo or a Krypton het DG or something like that, that we can still know 100% what it is with shed testing and know that it's worth our time raising it up, and then also know which ones didn't prove that we can part with if we want to, and at least not have to just sell everything as a pos het or keep everything as a pos het and potentially be raising up normals or something like that that take 4 years of feeding it to be able to realize that it wasn't really worth your time raising it up. So at least we have that feature now. So that kind of makes doing pairings like this a lot more like rational to do, because a lot of times beforehand it might be like the animal you need to take the project farther, or it might be not really even worth the rodents you're going to put in it for the next 4 years and it's more suitable for a pet home. So I mean, obviously when you're pressed for space and you have this many animals, you want every tub to count. So hopefully, you know, we hit what we want in here and see the double visual, but if not, at least we know we can shed test it and we might still hit a key ingredient to be able to take this project farther for us. So it's nice to be able to do stuff like that nowadays and really can utilize the shed testing. So let's go ahead and put this one up and we'll see what we got in that monsoon clutch. So another one on the shelf here, and we are filling it on up. So let's keep it going and pull that next one. So this one is the Cypress Cinnamon Honey, possible yellow belly, bred to a monsoon pastel and a clown fire leopard spot nose. So hopefully the monsoon's the one that took it. Obviously anything with pastel in it, we're gonna know he's sired. And then the rest of it, we'll shed test it for clown. And just anything that's not het clown, we'll know it's het monsoon. So at least we're still able to get some clutches from them and potentially some babies to hold back. And again, we always feel the belly, make sure there's no eggs stuck in here. Sit her to the side, get her washed off. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 eggs. So let's candle them and make sure they're all good. Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. And yep, that one's good too. So all good eggs. Let's go ahead and box it up. Alright, so 7 eggs here. Again, not really ideal, but it's the position that the monsoon male put us in. But again, it's another one that at least being able to utilize that shed testing kind of made it even possible to do this pairing. That would have been a disaster before shed testing was an option, to mix 2 recessives like that and just not even know which male sired it. It just wouldn't even have been possible to do that, because you wouldn't even know. You just have no idea. Talk about a possible het. Not even knowing which male sired it. It might not even be a het for that project. So not something we ever would have been able to do in the past, but again, utilizing the shed testing as a tool just kind of opened that opportunity for us. So we at least are going to get some clutches from that monsoon male this year. It's just a picky male. He only likes breeding girls that have nice, well-developed follicles. So it doesn't really work when it's recessives like this. Wouldn't really been a big deal back in the day when we were just breeding all these codoms together and stuff, where visually you see who sired it, but you talk about making hets and stuff, it just couldn't do it without the shed testing. So at least we have that and we can do that. So let's get this one on the shelf and cross our fingers that it was sired by the monsoon, and we can get a couple of girls on the shelf to raise up for the future. Alright, so another one on the shelf. And again, it's another project that we're excited for. Love to see that monsoon sire. So we'll cross our fingers and just see how it plays out in 60 days. So let's go ahead and pull this last clutch. Alright, so this is the OD spot nose that we bred to that Pastel Dinker het clown pod. So hopefully it's a big clutch, it's a big female. Just how bright it is, we were wondering we were wondering how it would react with the Orange Dream. So hopefully it's kind of cool interaction, but we'll see. We just kind of going down the list and seeing what we can do with it. All right, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 eggs. So let's can them and make sure they're all good. All right, that's good. That is good. That is good. That is good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That one's good. Let's see. You can see it down through there. That one's good too. So cool. All 11 of them are good. Strong veins and everything. All right, so 11 eggs. That's really what we were hoping to see. Nice big clutch. That'll work into our favor here, especially playing with something that we really don't know how to predict what the outcome is going to be. So at least we'll have a larger sample size. So hopefully we actually get to see what this Dinker gene does with the Orange Dream in here. Initially we were thinking like maybe it was something similar, but now that we've seen the babies come up from a male bred to a female that had that same kind of gene in it without the fire, that was the hard part, was finding it and isolating it outside of the fire so you could actually breed the parents and the siblings and stuff to see what this orange gene did to it. So hopefully it's going to be a cool interaction. I'm not really thinking that it's similar now after seeing these babies, but I still think it could be pretty cool because the babies are very bright. While I finish boxing this up, I'll let you take a look at some of the babies we hatched last year and you kind of see why we're excited for it. So this one is one of the more interesting ones from that clutch. It was a tiny little thing there. When he was first born, he started out on like crawler mice. And we've just now got him to where he's on like the hoppers and stuff. So he should start kind of catching back up with his siblings now that he's off the little tiny crawler mice. It's hard to pack weight on them when they're eating something that's that little. But very interesting pattern and color. And it seems like a lot of them get that break in the eye band, like the cryptic stuff. And we shed tested the original male for het cryptic and that came back negative. So we just have to see. Let me show you a couple of the other ones. So this one would just be a super pastel with whatever it is going on with that. Like I said, over the years we noticed a lot of the babies were very bright. But that's pretty bright for just a super pastel. And then that busy pattern there. So this is one of the females. Here's a boy we made. And again, it was just a Pastel Dinker to a Pastel Dinker. So definitely interesting. I mean, it's not just a regular super pastel by any means. A lot of them have this very broken up pattern and a little extra like a orange tint to it. So looking forward to seeing these raise up and being able to breed them back to each other and stuff, or some of the other babies that we produce, and just kind of see where it goes. So here's another female. And again, it was just pastel to pastel with that Dinker. You can see there it's got a spot where it almost looks like you erased the yellow on it. But this one seems to have like the color part of it, but it's not quite as broken up as some of the siblings. So I'm not sure if it's two genes going on, or a super form and a regular form. I'm not really sure. We'll just have to keep playing with it. But doing this clutch, like I said, we've been very reserved with it, because we knew anything that we bred and produced, we'd have to just hold on to till we were sure what was going on, or sell it for pet homes. But I think seeing this and this clutch is promising enough that we're going to kind of spread it around this year and see where else we can go with it. I'll show you a quick glimpse at the male real quick too, since I showed you the babies. So here's the sire here, which he's kind of got the bright color and the broken up pattern, but not nearly as bright as some of those hatchlings that he produced. So that's the male that we bred to the Orange Dream spot nose. We'll have to see what pops out of there. But again, you know, just something to play with. We need to do an update video showing the entire clutch and stuff. That's something that we'll do here. Well, let's go ahead and get him put up, and we'll get these eggs in the incubator. Alright, so another one on the shelf here. And it is another one that we are looking forward to. We'll have to see how things pop out with that. See what else we get with that male. But that's 3 decent ones for the day. 3 things we're looking forward to. So we almost got this wall full. Nice to see the incubator filling up. There's lots of eggs over here, lots of cool stuff coming. But we still got a ton of girls that are gravid, still got girls breeding, so lots of eggs piling up here. As we get girls laying and stuff and we get new things, we'll be sure to follow up with updates, and we'll keep y'all in the loop. So appreciate y'all watching. Until the next one.